everyone, welcome to my review of Decision to Leave, directed by Park Chan-wook, who directed classics like Old Boy, The Handmaiden, and I Saw the Devil, and much, much more. He is a prolific Korean horror action comedy director. So I was really excited to check this out. And before I get into the good and I get into the bad, let's talk about the premise. A detective investigating a man's death in the mountains ends up meeting and developing feelings for the dead man's mysterious wife during his dodge sleuthing. Something about the wife seems engaging, but there is a mystery behind her actions. Decision to Leave is not rated, so bring your kids, bring your wife, bring everybody. Catching everybody out here. Let me stop. Let's get into the good. So this is one of the stronger scripts that I've watched in a movie this year. Between the burgeoning mystery, the noir crime that we're getting with the investigator trying to figure out how multiple murders were done, while also the romance and him falling in love with one of the suspects is weaved and intertwined so well, and there's such mystery, twists and turns, character work, and the performances by both the leading actors is fantastic and make you feel really engaged and believe in their romance, despite the being on the opposite sides of this thing. Behind those performances is the fantastic directing by Park Chan-wook. He's a guy that I watched a bunch of movies for, and he's always done a bang-up job. And this is not his best directed movie, but he did a really good job of always giving like the most interesting shots and always doing things purposely. I didn't feel like there was any particular scenes or things done in this movie that was a waste of time or filler. There was a reason why it happened so that it would tie back later and make things make sense in the story as it progressed. But when he needed the camera just to sit there and have those characters have like a very heart-to-heart moment, he would do that. When he needed a shot that made you feel unnerving, he would do that. When he wanted you to specifically have your eyes on certain things or maybe see something in the background, the camera would be like a person itself and move around. And just the way he depicted some of the investigation scenes with these dreamlike things, cutting back and forth, it was really edited well, directed well, and really bolsters the acting and the story. The movie is comedy. It has some little bit of horror, scary elements. It has a lot of drama in it. Has a really good romance that you know is taboo. It's not supposed to happen. An investigator is married but lives in a different state from his wife for work. And a lot of things that go on is because he has that separation. And you can see he's a wanting of a younger person to be in his life. And they really fit the needs that they have. The character the ex-wife that is a potential murder suspect, she's been through a lot of relationships with people who are trash, basically, and she sees this guy as a way out, as someone that's better. And then he's looking at her as this young, fun, someone that actually understands him and why he does the things he does. And that chemistry is just off the charts and made me really engaged and kind of like, yes, I want you guys to be together even though they shouldn't be. About the bad. So the movie moves really fast. The pacing moves really fast in the beginning, and if you're not paying attention, you will be lost. If you look down at your phone, look back up, you're going, wait, well, hold on, whoa, what's happening here? That happened to me a couple times. Luckily, I was able to rewind and catch those things. But if you're going to go see this in a movie theater, definitely pay attention to what's going on. But if you rent it on PVOD or watch it later on when it comes to streaming, just make sure you're just paying attention. Is an engaging movie, but when you're at home, it's easy to get distracted even if the movie is good, and this one is great. So I was really like, whoa, this is really moving fast. It does slow down eventually, but it's not a slowdown where it's like, oh, okay, this is getting boring. It needed to slow down in the moment. The movies are just a bit over 2 hours, and I don't know what's going on with these indie movies lately, just 2 hours and 22 hours and 38 minutes lately, but everything that's happening is interesting in the third act, and I enjoyed it and everything, but it does feel a bit stretched in moments. It could have been cut down just a bit, tighten up just a bit, have some scenes move up a little faster just a bit in that third act to make the movie a little tighter. So I can see some people kind of checking the watch like, okay, this is not over yet, what's happening? And until they get to those good moments, they get re-engaged again. So just be wary of that. Into my verdict. So this movie was a great crime, mystery, thriller, noir film with a femme fatale love story with twists and turns and a lot of intrigue and a romance that was off the charts for me. And I thought this was a really great film that should be seen in theaters and supported. If you don't get a chance to see it in theaters because it is in limited places, definitely check it out on PVOD or streaming when it gets on there. It's definitely a movie you should check out. It is a foreign language film. It is a Korean. So if you're not a fan of reading subtitles, this is not going to be for you unless they have English voices, but I'm pretty sure it's not going to be that great. And if you are a fan of those subgenres or genres that I said, you should definitely check this out. This is one of the best of those kind of movies this year and one of the best movies of the year, period. I really, really enjoyed it. And with that said, I'm going to give it a B. If you saw Decision to Leave, did you like it? Did you hate it? What would you rate it? And if you didn't see it, did this review make you feel like you wanted to see it or turn you off completely? Let me know in the comments below. Like the video if you like my review. Hit the subscribe button and the notification bell so you can be notified of my reviews, reactions, and ranking lists coming. And you can watch more of my content right now.